Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my car. I seem to be doing a lot of videos in my car, but we are gonna go to work today. And I was waiting for the squealing to stop so I could film this. So, I hope everyone's having a great day. Everyone's having a great day, making sure no one's behind me. I don't want to hit anybody, because that would be bad. Okay. Let me... Brakes are squeaky. I'm gonna have to have my husband look at those. That's not good. Okay, so today's topic, the autism guru. Now, this is what happened. A lot of my friends all have children, and a lot of my friends had children later than life. My situation was very different because I got married when I was 24. I had a baby when I was 25, and then by the time I was 27 or 28, we had gotten him diagnosed, gotten him a diagnosis. So fast forward to about 10 years later, he's like 13, 14 years old. And within that time span, I mean, I'm not, I talk about my son having autism. I talk about the dealings with it and, the things that you have to do to kind of, live your life, and be an autism parent. But one of the things that I did not know that I was doing was I was creating a safe space for other people to come and talk to me about it. So over the course of the last 13 years, I think I have been kind of the go-to autism mom amongst all of my friends and acquaintances. And I love it, I'm not gonna lie. So, because I'm a big believer in, if you're going through a situation, you have a ton of information and you have a ton of support that you can offer somebody else that's going through a similar situation, then I think that's your job as a human being to, help other people out. I did not know to what extent that I would be put into this autism guru type situation, because I've literally have had people coming out of the woodwork, like people that, were we're friends on Facebook, but we weren't, we're friends on Facebook, Facebook friends, oh yeah, I went to high school with that guy, I'll friend him, oh, he accepted my friend request, awesome. It's like those kinds of people, those are the ones I'm talking about. I had a very dear friend of mine who called me right when her son was getting diagnosed. Ooh, sorry, that's super shaky, my bad. And we just sat on the phone for an hour, and she just, she cried, because it's hard. It's hard being an autism parent. It's exceptionally hard when everything went right with your pregnancy and everything went right with the delivery. My situation with that was a little bit different because, I was very ill when I gave birth. I had preeclampsia, and I had to have an emergency C-section because my son was born 3 weeks early. He only weighed 3 pounds, 6 ounces. He was teeny weeny. Beanie. Now, you wouldn't know it to look at him now because he's 6'1", but at the time it was frightening. But in that situation, I did the research, not then because I was 25 years old and I just had a baby and just had major surgery, and I was literally just trying to take care of him and me. Just trying to, make sure he had everything he needed. I was trying to take care of myself. And to this day, I'll admit I didn't do a great job taking care of myself. I'm still struggling with that. Not struggling. Struggling's not the word I want to use. I'm still learning how to take better care of myself. You guys, I'm really sorry. That's so tacky, but I have to fix my camera. It keeps being temperamental and does not want to stay where I put it. Okay, sorry about that. I might edit that part out, or not. It's just my personality. So basically what I wanted to say is this. If you are in a position where your child with autism is a little bit older, then I feel like it is not, I don't even want to say a responsibility, but I feel like it might be your duty to be the person that is the go-to person that people want some information about. I had an acquaintance, you know, he direct messaged me on Facebook. Now, mind you, I knew this kid from high school. I don't think I ever spoke to him in high school, but I knew who he was. He, out of nowhere, just sent me a message and was like, okay, so this is the situation with my child. Should I be worried about this? Like, I shouldn't be freaking out as much as I'm freaking out about it, should I? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for you. I mean, if he does wind up having autism, that's gonna be a different journey you guys are gonna, you know, have to go on. I was like, you know, right now, if he doesn't have a diagnosis, but, you know, I was like, the first thing you need to get is a diagnosis. And I was like, well, once you have a diagnosis, you can, you know, do the planning and do what you need to do to kind of pull him. I don't want to say pull him out of the autism, because like I don't. My belief is this: I don't think you can necessarily pull autism out of anybody. I think you can definitely restructure their life so that they're a little bit more socially aware. And I think if you do that really, really early, their chances of having a quote unquote normal life is the best for them. My son's situation is very different. And that's the thing about autism, is like everybody's autism is going to be very different. Like my son, I, you know, say he's moderately to lower functioning, but I say he's like on the higher side of lower. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody knows what I mean by that, but I might be the only person that knows what I mean by that. But in some situations, like my other friend, her stepson, very high functioning, but he has serious problems with social issues. He says whatever on his mind, like he doesn't have a filter. He's very I don't know if loud is the word I want to use, because I've never actually met him. I'm trying to remember the adjective she used to describe him, but to me it sounded like he was more socially affected by the autism than he was anything else. Like he could talk, he was very good at reading, a very smart little boy. That's the thing that she said. He's very smart, he catches on to things very easily, but you know, he has challenges with other children. Like he has challenges with knowing what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And so that side of the autism isn't something that I'm completely familiar with, because I'm always trying to, you know, figure out like, how am I going to get him to go into a store without freaking out? Like, how am I going to get him to, you know, make sure that he changes his clothes every day? Which for some reason at 16 is still a problem for him. Like all summer, like this week, yesterday I said to him, he had been wearing the same shirt for 3 days. I was like, are you ever going to change that shirt? Now, I don't know if he's just being a 16-year-old boy at this point, but he was just like, why? I love this shirt. I was like, it is so filthy. It is covered in cheese ball dust. And I was like, and you slept in it and worn it for 3 days. Please go change your shirt. So that's what I'm dealing with, but that's not really the point of this story or this video. The point is that I just want to say this to all of my autism moms, autism dads, caregivers. If you guys have any questions regarding autism, especially if you're in like the first stages of like a diagnosis and what you need to do, reach out. You can even reach out to me. I don't mind if you leave a comment in this video at all. Leave a comment for me, ask me a question. I'm more than happy to answer it. But I'm also saying, like, if you happen to know of anybody else in your area that is an autism parent, because they have autism support groups everywhere. That is the loudest truck I think I've ever heard. Like, I seriously think he has to get something situated with his truck. But yeah, what I'm saying is that I have no problem being the go-to person, especially when you're in the beginning stages and you don't really know what to do, because now I'm at a point now where I am starting to seek help elsewhere outside of what the community, what my county can do for me. And I'm starting to reach out to other autism moms whose children are a little older. because I need that. I need somebody to be my guru, so to speak, because I need to know what steps to take after high school. Because once my son turns 18, he's going to age out of the waiver that he's on, and I think he has to go on SSDI. He's got to go on all these different state-based services, because I don't have, because he's gonna graduate in 2 years, and then after that, I know there's places for him to go, like to extend his education beyond high school, but they're not, college isn't an option for him. And I'm not being a bee when I say that. I'm just being realistic about the situation. An actual college experience is not in the cards for him. But that doesn't mean that he can't go to something called a career center, where they would essentially give him different types of job opportunities to work with. And so the point of that is to give him kind of somewhat of a vocational training job, so that he could actually have a part-time job when he aged out of the system. And I think he actually ages out at 21 or 22. I want to say it's 22. I'm not 100% certain. So that's my need. So if anybody can help me with that, again, leave a comment below. Love to hear from you. But again, if anybody, feels like they are in the beginning stages of getting a diagnosis, and you feel like you have more questions that you would really like somebody who has had that experience, feel free to reach out to me. I have absolutely no problem with that. I really do not. I can always respond to a text or an email fairly quickly, or even a response in the comments fairly quickly. So yeah, that's where I am with that. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I just wanted to put it out there. And we are coming up to a red light, so I'm gonna stop my car. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so ready for school to start. I'm so ready. Not ready because, my son is, irritating and I don't want him to be at home. I love spending time with him, but I can tell he's ready. He really needs some friendly stimulation going on right now. But anyway, this is where I leave you. All right, peace out, my friends. Love yourselves, love each other. Bye.